In this video, we will summarize the process of photosynthesis. Stay tuned till the end for tips on how to balance the chemical equation for photosynthesis. Before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like and share the video and leave a comment. Explore my channel for more biology content. I'm happy to have you here. Now, let's get into the video. The sun is the original source of the energy that is present in food chains and food webs. In an ecosystem, green plants are the producers. Animals are consumers. They cannot make their own food. Animals obtain energy when they feed on plants or on other animals. Animals are heterotrophs. As autotrophs, plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a chemical process that occurs in the chloroplasts of plant cells. The leaf is the main photosynthetic organ in green plants. Now, photosynthesis is a complex reaction, but let's summarize. Carbon dioxide gas in the air enters the plant through the stomata in the leaves. Water in the soil enters the plant through the roots and travels through the xylem vessels and into the leaves. These simple inorganic compounds are the raw materials that the plant uses to produce the organic molecule glucose, and oxygen gas is a byproduct of the reaction. Chlorophyll is the green pigment in the plant cell's chloroplasts. It absorbs the energy from the sun to fuel this reaction. This word equation summarizes photosynthesis. Make sure that you note the raw materials or the reactants, the products and byproducts, and also note that chlorophyll and sunlight are necessary for photosynthesis. We can also substitute the words for the chemical formula of each raw material and product, and thus summarize photosynthesis using a chemical equation. Thus, this is the chemical equation for photosynthesis. Chemical equations must be balanced. Let's balance the equation. In the chemical equation for photosynthesis shown here, we have carbon atoms, oxygen atoms, and hydrogen atoms. On the reactant side of the equation, carbon dioxide has one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. Water has two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. In total, on the reactant side, there is one carbon atom, three oxygen atoms, and two hydrogen atoms. On the product side of the equation, glucose has 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 6 oxygen atoms. And one molecule of oxygen gas has 2 oxygen atoms. In total, on the product side, there are 6 carbon atoms, 8 oxygen atoms, and 12 hydrogen atoms. We will balance the equation by adding numbers to the left of individual compound formulae so that there are equal numbers of each type of atom on both sides of the equation. We will balance one type of atom at a time. Carbon is part of one compound on both sides of the equation. So let's balance that first. Currently, there is one carbon atom on the reactant side and 6 carbon atoms on the product side. To balance the carbon atoms, put a 6 in front of the CO2. This gives 6 carbon atoms on both sides of the equation. The carbon atoms are now balanced. Hydrogen is also part of one compound on both sides of the equation. Currently, there are 2 hydrogen atoms on the reactant side and 12 hydrogen atoms on the product side. To balance the hydrogen atoms, put a 6 in front of the H2O. 6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 12. This gives 12 hydrogen atoms on both sides of the equation. The hydrogens are now balanced. Oxygen is present in each compound on both sides of the equation. With the balancing so far, looking at the CO2, there are 6 times 2, which is equal to 12 oxygen atoms. And looking at the H2O, there are 6 times 1, which is equal to 6 oxygen atoms, giving a total of 18 oxygen atoms on the reactant side of the equation. On the product side, there are currently 6 oxygen atoms in the glucose molecule, plus 2 oxygen atoms in the oxygen molecule, giving a total of 8 oxygen atoms on the product side of the equation. Since we've already balanced the carbons and the hydrogens, it's a good idea not to add any numbers in front of the glucose. Glucose has 6 oxygen atoms, so we need to put a number in front of the oxygen molecule so that we have 12 more oxygen atoms on the product side to balance the 18 oxygen atoms currently on the reactant side. We can add a 6 in front of the oxygen, and 6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 12 oxygen atoms, plus the 6 oxygen atoms in the glucose molecule gives a total of 18 oxygen atoms on the product side. Now we have 18 oxygen atoms on the reactant side and 18 oxygen atoms on the product side. The oxygen atoms are now balanced. This is the balanced chemical equation to summarize the process of photosynthesis. I hope this helps. Good luck with your studies. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you.